Good morning, students. We'll be continuing with the chapter comparing quantities. Today, we'll be doing the sums on simple interest from ncrt book, exercise 8.3. In the given picture, you can see a bank counter. A lady is counting money, and a man is standing at the counter. A monetary transaction is taking place. But why do we keep our money in the bank? We could have kept it safely in an almirah or in a safe. The reason is when we deposit some money in a bank for some time, the bank is the borrower. It is borrowing money from us and it uses the money deposited by us for various purposes. For keeping our money for some time, the borrower or the bank has to pay some extra money to the depositor. This is known as interest. This is the main reason why we keep our money in the bank, because keeping it at home safely, it will remain safe, but the amount of money will not increase. But if I give my money to the bank for different purposes, when it is using it for different purposes, then I am getting back some extra money. That is known as interest. One more common term we know, that is taking loan from bank. So when someone takes a loan from a bank for some time, the person is the borrower and he uses the borrowed money for different purposes, like for continuing with his education or for buying a property, a flat, a home or a vehicle, etc. As he uses the money for some time, the borrower has to pay some extra money to the bank. This is also known as interest. Let us learn some common terms related to simple interest. The first one is principal. The money borrowed is called the principal or the sum. What is rate? The interest on rupees 100 for 1 year is known as the rate percent per annum. Time duration is the time in years for which the money is borrowed. Amount is the total money paid by the borrower to the lender and is calculated by the formula principal plus interest. Formula to be remembered in this chapter: interest is calculated by the formula P into T into R by 100, where P is the principal, T is the time duration, and R is the rate percent per annum. And amount is calculated by the formula principal plus simple interest. How is the formula for simple interest deduced? The interest on rupees 100 for 1 year is known as rate percent per annum. This we have already learned. So let us use unitary method to derive the formula. Interest paid for rupees 100 for 1 year is rupees R, because that is the rate. So interest paid for rupees 1 for 1 year will be rupees R by 100. So interest paid for rupees P, because P is the total amount which is borrowed or lent for 1 year, that is equal to rupees R by 100 into P. But the time duration is not 1 year. The time duration in general, that is T years. So interest paid for rupees P for T years will be rupees R by 100 into P into T. So we are simplifying it. Interest is equal to PTR by 100. This is the formula we'll be using in our sums. Learning outcome of this exercise. At the end of this exercise, the students will be able to understand the meaning of the terms principal, rate of interest per annum, time duration, interest and amount. They will be able to analyze the formula for calculating simple interest. They will be able to know how to calculate the amount. They will be able to know how to calculate the rate of interest and time duration by using the formula. Let us solve some examples from ncrt. We'll be doing question number 9, which is based on simple interest. Find the amount to be paid at the end of 3 years in each case. Part A is principal rupees 1200 and rate of interest is 12% per annum. So we are writing principal P is equal to 1200, rate of interest R is 12%, time T is equal to 3 years, interest PTR by 100, we are using the same formula. In next step, we are replacing the value of P as 1200, time is 3 years and rate of interest is 12%. So 1200 into 3 into 12 by 100. If we reduce, we'll be getting rupees 432. The formula for amount is principal plus interest. So rupees 1200 plus rupees 432, that is rupees 1632. So the amount to be paid will be 1632. Now we'll be solving part B. Principal given is rupees 7500 and rate of interest is 5% per annum. First we'll be writing down the given data with proper symbol. Principal P is equal to 7500, rate of interest R is equal to 5% per annum, time T is equal to 3 years, interest is P into T into R by 100. We are replacing the values 7500 into 3 into 5 by 100. That is giving us rupees 1125. The formula for calculation of amount is principal plus interest. So rupees 7500 plus rupees 1125, which gives us rupees 8625. Now we'll be solving question number 10. What rate gives rupees 280 as interest on a sum of rupees 56,000 in 2 years? Once again, we are writing down the given data. Principal P is equal to rupees 56,000, interest I is equal to rupees 280, time T is equal to 2 years, and we'll be calculating the rate. The formula for simple interest is PTR by 100. We are changing the subject. Rate is equal to 100 into I by P into T. So we are replacing the value 100 into 280 by 56,000 into 2. So we are getting 0.25% per annum. Now we'll be solving question number 11. If Meena gives an interest of rupees 45 for 1 year at 9% rate per annum, what is the sum she has borrowed? We are writing down the given data with symbol interest I is equal to rupees 45, time T is equal to 1 year, rate R is equal to 9% per annum. Formula for interest is equal to PTR by 100. Principal is equal to 100 into I by R into T. We are replacing the values 100 into 45 by 9 into 1, which is giving us rupees 500. So the required sum or principal is rupees 500. Let us solve one critical thinking question. Mr. Sharma deposited rupees 20,000 as a fixed deposit in a bank at 10% per annum. If 30% is deducted as income tax on interest earned, find the annual income. Principal P is equal to 20,000 here, rate of interest 10% per annum, and time is 1 year. Why? Because they are asking for annual income. Annual means 1 year. We are using the same formula, interest is equal to PTR by 100, replacing the values 20,000 into 1 into 10 by 100. We are getting rupees 2,000 as interest, and the income tax is calculated on the interest. So deducted as income tax will be 30% of 2,000, that is 30% of 2,000 will give us rupees 600. So his annual income will be 2,000 minus 600. We are subtracting because the income tax is deducted. So the final answer will be rupees 1,400. Here is one experiential learning for you. The slide shows the bank statement of a person, and you have to calculate the amount to be paid by the bank at the end of the year 2012 at a rate of 4% per annum. Let us see the columns given in the bank statement. First one is serial number, second one is date when the transaction took place, third one is description, the fourth one is check number, fifth withdrawal of money, fifth and sixth one is deposit. The last one is available balance. So we have to calculate the amount to be paid by the bank at the end of 2012. We can see from the second column that on 31st December 2012 there were 3 transactions. His salary was deposited and he paid 2 bills, second and third transaction. So that was withdrawn. So after calculation, the available balance was 13,000 something. We have to calculate the interest on that amount at the rate of 4% per annum. Hope all of you understood how to do this sum. Thank you, children.